No intro for this video. This video right here, chat, does not deserve an intro at all. We got to talk about this trade. Luka Doncic is going to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis. As Sham says in this tweet right here, it is 1,000% real. Do y'all want to know where I was when I seen this tweet? I was in my bed. It was around 12:31. I was getting ready to go to sleep and all that. So I'm just scrolling on Twitter and I see the notification pop up. My first thought was he got hacked. Am I the only one? I can't be the only one who thought that way. I thought that Shams got hacked. So I'm like, there's no way this is real. I'm not believing this until I see Sports Center, ESPN, like any like sports news outlet like talk about this. Like, it's not real. I'm thinking Shams got hacked because y'all remember, I think it was like one day Woj had got hacked or something and they was talking crazy. I do believe. So I thought that was the same thing that happened, but this is true. First thoughts, I'm disappointed. First of all, the Mavs or the Lakers didn't even tell Luka or AD that this was going to happen, that they was going to get traded. The Mavs literally stabbed Luka in the back. Luka basically got cheated on by the Mavs. This is worse than getting cheated on by your girlfriend. I promise y'all it is. You finding out that your girl cheated on you? Nah, this trade right here is worse. Facts! Let's go ahead and talk about the trade details, and then we're going to look at a video breaking down everything. My man's Mike, but Luka, Max Kelber, and Markieff Morris going to the Mavs for Anthony Davis, Max Christie. We're not about to react to Max Christie on the Lakers no more. And it only took one first-round pick in 2029, which is 4 years from now, to get Luka. Now, I understand that Anthony Davis is a fantastic player. He's a defensive player multiple times and all that. But the fact that Luka's only 25 years old and Anthony Davis is around 32 to 33, and this is all it took to get Luka is insane. I would think you would have to Rui Hachimura. I mean, Austin Reeves connect. Like, you'll have to add one of those pieces and some more picks to get Luka, because Luka is 25 compared to AD. AD got a couple more years left. I mean, I know he's 32, probably got like 5-6 more years left, but Luka's way more younger. So just trading him, like, something's not adding up. And then we got the Jazz. I mean, who brought the Jazz into this conversation? But Jalen Hood, 2025 Clippers second round and the 2025 Mavs second round. We don't care about what the Jazz is getting. But this is insane. Y'all comment down below. How do y'all feel about this? And let's go ahead and look at the video that I got right here. Shout out to Mike. I'm going to have this video down below in the description. Y'all want to check it out without my reaction.
Ever going to trade Luka Doncic? If this was even a thought that was going to cross their mind, it was for AD. This came out of nowhere. This is maybe the most stunning trade, definitely, that I've been a part of.
Yeah, do y'all think that this is the craziest? I honestly feel like this is the craziest trade of, like, our lifetime. Like, I can't remember a trade that was this crazy. Like, KD going to the Sun. Nah, this is Luka going to the Lakers. This man is going to my ops. I got to see Luka, 4 or 5 times a year now. Do y'all not understand? Like, Dub Nation, this is, I don't know. This ain't good.
Coaches, a lot of people on both sides with the Mavericks and Lakers had no idea.
My heart is
nobody had no clue this was going to happen.
At the time that I'm recording this video, we're within 5 minutes of officially receiving this news. I currently am hearing people honking their horns in the background because I live in Los Angeles, and it's because the Los Angeles Lakers easily just swung the biggest trade in their franchise's history. A trade that I didn't even think is possible. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop, like, subscribe, and turn on
make sure y'all subscribe to that boy Fly Mike. But yo, another thing too, y'all know LeBron is gonna retire in the next year or two. You could probably say 3. I don't know if he's gonna play for the next 3 years. I feel like he's gonna retire in the next year or two. But they're gonna have Luka. Luka is the Lakers' future now. Like, and who do we have for our future? Brandon Pod, John De Kuminga, Moses Moody. I mean, we got Post. Post is looking good, but
gotten the sponsorship.
They got Luka.
I've been trying to figure out a way to
And what
game
do we
the
have?
system so I can earn my subscribers money. I've been receiving model giving us one more free square for the promo code. Let's make some money off of
I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes in
I
this
mentioned
video.
on this YouTube channel that I was expecting a very slow trade deadline. I mean, apart from what we've been hearing in regards to Jimmy Butler and what we've been hearing about De'Aaron Fox,
who we about to get? Who the Warriors about to get? Jimmy Butler? Zach LaVine? I mean, I heard we was going to get LeBron, but news just came out that LeBron James is staying with the Lakers. He's not going anywhere. I got to make a little YouTube short on that. Like,
admit I was getting kind of tired of covering. I didn't really expect any star players to be available at the trade deadline. I didn't expect a trade deadline like last year or even the year prior. Hell, even on this YouTube channel, one of the biggest jokes I've always made is photoshopping Luka Doncic into a Los Angeles Lakers jersey. The Luka Doncic era has been a very tricky era for the Dallas Mavericks since selecting him number 3 overall in the 2018 NBA draft, which without a doubt was seen as the right pick to make. They acquired Luka as a result of a trade including Trae Young, but if you take a look at the opening picks of the NBA draft, I mean, DeAndre Ayton was selected number 1 overall by the Phoenix Suns, and ultimately due to a lack of desire to succeed in the NBA, he ended up getting traded to the Portland Trail Blazers in the Damian Lillard trade. Marvin Bagley was taken number 2 overall, and it didn't take Sacramento Kings.
Y'all forgot about that boy Marvin Bagley. He used to play for Duke. Yo, he's still in the league. Yo, I forgot about Bagley.
That he was.
I honestly thought he was going to be good in the NBA.
Overall pick. Luka Doncic was perceived as the future face of the NBA. There's a huge question as to how to build around Luka Doncic. In his rookie year, the Dallas Mavericks swung a huge trade, bringing in Kristaps Porzingis to team up with Luka Doncic, and they did a masterful job building around him. Throughout this era, they also got Jalen Brunson, but ultimately Kristaps Porzingis wouldn't be the ideal running mate for Luka Doncic. During the 2021-22 season, in the season that Kristaps Porzingis did get traded to the Washington Wizards, Luka and Jalen Brunson would lead the Mavericks to their first Western Conference appearance. But the Dallas Mavericks would end up lowballing Jalen Brunson, and ultimately Brunson would walk to the Knicks. So there was a huge question as to who Luka Doncic's new running mate would be, because it was clear that Luka Doncic was capable of taking the Mavericks very deep into the playoffs. The question was, what would be the ideal team to build around Luka in order to achieve that? In the middle of the 2022-23 season,
that's the crazy thing. Like, you really can't trust nobody. Like, the fact that the Mavs traded away Luka when he literally brought this team to the NBA Finals last season, y'all was 4 games away going into the finals from winning the championship with Luka and Kyrie, and y'all just traded him away. So what makes y'all think y'all girl ain't gonna trade y'all away? Like, no cap. If the man traded away Luka when he literally just brought them to the finals last year, what makes y'all think y'all girl not gonna trade y'all away? Oh yeah, it's overly over with.
The Dallas Mavericks decided to strike on a great opportunity, trading
Trust
for Kyrie
nobody.
Irving and pairing him with Luka. That, combined with the fact that they tanked towards the end of the season, put them in a situation where new general manager Nico Harrison could draft Derek Lively in the offseason. And last year, you have to admit, the Dallas Mavericks absolutely cooked. In the middle of the season, they made huge trades for Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. This, combined with Luka Doncic's best season to date, in a season where he averaged 34 points per game, 9.8 assists per game, and 9.2 rebounds per game, was good enough to take the Dallas Mavericks all the way to the NBA Finals. But alas, they met a Boston Celtics team that was significantly stronger than they were. But there was once again a light at the end of the tunnel. And as a result, the Mavericks doubled down on their core of Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. If you guys remember, in the offseason, the Los Angeles Lakers heavily pursued Klay Thompson, to the point where LeBron James was even willing to take a pay cut if it meant getting Klay Thompson on his team. Ultimately, Klay Thompson would sign with the Dallas Mavericks, but that's not all the Mavericks would do. Former Los Angeles Lakers guard Spencer Dinwiddie felt like he would have a better chance to contend if he also joined the Dallas Mavericks. That, combined with Najee Marshall, gave the Dallas Mavericks optimism for being able to compete in the Western Conference. But there was one thing that they could have never anticipated: the injury bug. So far, Luka Doncic has only played in 22 games. When he does play, the Dallas Mavericks are incredible, but that's the problem. When you play in less than half of the games of the season...
You see, that's what I think it is. Luka's injury might be bigger than what we thinking. Because it just doesn't make sense how Luka could just get traded on a random Saturday night. I honestly think it's something deeper that the Mavs know that are not telling us about this injury that he has. It's something's not adding up, y'all. I know they were saying how he added like more pounds and all that. Everybody making jokes like how he's about to be the next James Harden. He's getting fat and all that. So I don't know if that's one of the reasons. I heard rumors about that. But honestly, I think it might be his injury. I think the Mavs doctors seen something and told the front office like, hey, man, I don't know if he's really going to be like a healthy player in the future for y'all. So the Mavs probably was like, you know what? We got to make a decision. We got to trade him. I don't know, Chad. It's not adding up.
And there's very little chance that he's going to be able to compete. When you consider the fact that Luka Doncic's contract expires in the 2027 season, and the Dallas Mavericks have not been able to get him an NBA championship yet, you can understand that there may be some skepticism from Luka's end in regards to being able to get the job done. So according to Shams Charania, in one of the craziest trades that I have ever had the pleasure to cover on this YouTube channel, and still a trade that I can't believe is happening, the Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. This is a 3-team deal that includes the Utah Jazz. At the time that I'm recording this video, I'm anticipating that 2029 pick is unprotected because that's the only way I could rationalize making a trade like this for the Dallas Mavericks. And even then, I'm having some trouble buying into it. The Utah Jazz are going to get Jalen Hood-Schifino, the Los Angeles Clippers second-round pick, and a Dallas Mavericks second-round pick. When this trade broke, I thought Shams was hacked, but then he would consistently...
You see, I'm not the only one. I thought he was hacked. But, yo, we over here talking about the Lakers. Can we talk about the Mavericks for a second, though? Like, we know AD's injury prone. Like, he's like a piece of paper. You know when you want to rip up a piece of paper at school? That's AD. You rip him up, he's hurt for the next couple weeks, you know? But when AD is healthy, Kyrie... You got Clay, Max Christie off the bench. You know, Max is actually a good NBA player. You got Daniel Gafford. Now AD could play the 4 spot because if y'all don't know already, AD, he said he don't like playing the center spot. So now AD could go to the 4, Daniel Gafford at the 5. Yo, that is a good backcourt. Honestly, Gafford and AD? Yo, the defense on that is crazy. Like...
double down and provide more insight as to why the Mavericks would make this trade. Historically, Luka Doncic has spoken about how much he loves LeBron James.
Who was your favorite player growing up in the NBA that you admired? LeBron James.
And at the same time, LeBron James...
I feel like every young player says that,
though. Play with Luka.
He's my favorite.
Luka cold. Luka bad.
But he a lot like you to me.
Yeah. Me and Luka, we good.
And he would mention this on multiple different occasions.
He's gigantic.
I mean, he's gigantic. He's 6'8" point guard. That's why I love his vision. He can control a game. He doesn't even have to shoot.
You're gonna laugh at my take on this, but in terms of what this does for the Los Angeles Lakers immediately, the Lakers do slightly regress as a result of this trade, primarily because their biggest issues came in the front court, and as a result of this trade, the front court gets a little weaker. The entire time we were covering the Los Angeles Lakers, we were talking about them looking at Jonas Valanciunas and Walker Kessler to try to make a trade to get AD an additional front court mate so they could be competitive and make a run in the playoffs, which makes a lot of sense considering how the Lakers are currently in 5th place and they're 4 games behind 2nd place. But now they are completely depleted on the front court. But of course, Laker fans know that this has nothing to do with trying to win immediately. This has more to do with the Los Angeles Lakers' future. LeBron James is 40 years old. So who are you going to depend on once LeBron James retires? Who is going to be the next face of the Los Angeles Lakers? Well, we now have our answer. And apparently this is how it went down behind the scenes. The Mavericks approached the Lakers recently and offered Luka Doncic. The Lakers brass met and believed the 25-year-old Luka Doncic has the ability to be the face of their franchise for the next decade while giving Anthony Davis a win-now move in Dallas. I'm sorry, respectfully, this doesn't make much sense for me from like the Dallas Mavericks perspective. And even now, I'm like grasping at straws trying to make this make sense. I mean, Luka...
Y'all traded a franchise player to a team who has success, championships, all that. They're gold-blooded. Just like my Golden State Warriors. Like, they won championships, we won championships, but majority of their championships comes from, like, you know, the black and white days, you know, the 70s and the 80s, but, you know, our championships comes from, you know, the 2000s, the 15s, the 17s, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, the Lakers defensively now, y'all are going to be horrible. Like, y'all don't got no AD. Luka don't even really play defense like that for real. So, defensive-wise, and if I'm not mistaken, y'all defense was already kind of a little shaky. Now y'all got Luka, somebody who doesn't really play defense like that. Oh, yeah, y'all are screwed defensively. But offense, oh, yeah, y'all are on overly 100. Like, y'all offense is going to be crazy. But defensively, oh, yeah, they dropping 100 every single night.
Doncic is one of the biggest stars in the
Anybody
NBA.
dropping
and the
100
fact that
a night
you're
on the
trading
Lakers.
him for a 31-year-old Anthony Davis is just preposterous. People think Shams Charania got hacked as a result of this. And the only way you could even rationalize a trade like this was because Luka Doncic could opt out in the 2026 season, and he wasn't being consistent with the Dallas Mavericks in regards to his future with them. But it gets a little deeper. According to Tim McMahon, the Dallas Mavericks had major issues about moving forward with Luka due to his constant conditioning issues and the looming commitment of another Supermax contract extension this summer. And this is the craziest part of all. When they asked Mavs general manager Nico Harrison about this bizarre trade, he said, "I believe that defense wins championships. I believe that getting an all-defensive center and all-NBA player with a defensive mindset gives us a better chance. We're built to win now and in the future." That's a cool thing to say when you trade away the face of your franchise. But also, Nico Harrison already made one of the biggest mistakes when describing Anthony Davis. AD hates being called a center. But personally, as a Los Angeles Laker fan, I want to thank Anthony Davis for his contributions to our team. I mean, we would not have won.
AD got to play the power forward in Dallas, right? AD at power forward, Gafford at center, right? Am I tripping? I don't think he's going to play. There's no way they're putting AD at center in a starting lineup.
That bubble championship, which totally counts if it wasn't for Anthony Davis.
No, it doesn't.
I believe that AD does deserve to
Mickey
have
Mouse
his jersey
ring
retired with the Los Angeles Lakers. At the end of the day, for the Los Angeles Lakers, I grade this trade an A++. There's huge questions about what the Lakers' future was going to look like post LeBron. They now have that answer. Assuming that Luka Doncic doesn't pull a Dwight Howard and leave us. For the Dallas Mavericks, it's hard to grade this trade because maybe this is the trade that gets them competitive in the Western Conference. A Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis pick and roll should be incredible, but it's just such a shocking trade nonetheless. I mean,
nah, Kyrie and AD gonna be nasty. Like, I think everybody forgetting, like, the Mavs now. Like, everybody focused on the Lakers. Like, yo, the Mavs, obviously the Mavs is way better than the Lakers. Let's talk about it. Now I feel like they're really way better. Like,
and for right now, I have to give the Mavericks a D+. I mean, maybe this one of those trades.
The trades still don't make sense because it's like Luka for AD. I still wouldn't do that. Like, obviously, you get better like defensively, but at the same time, y'all traded away your franchise player for injury-prone AD. Like, if AD's healthy, okay, cool, y'all are good. But the games he's gonna be out, y'all gonna feel that shit.
Is that we look back on and we think it's a great trade. But as of right now, you just traded away the face of your franchise for a 31-year-old center. And personally, I think Luka's value is significantly greater than that. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, but Lakers fans, I want to hear y'all thoughts. Y'all already know. Y'all be trolling me every single time I react to y'all team. Mavs fans, I want to know y'all thoughts because actually I'm cool with Mavs fans. I get along with Mavs fans. Mavs fans is cool. You feel me? But I'm already knowing y'all probably was crying last night. Y'all hearts is probably broken. This is worse than the relationship getting broken up, like I said. Yeah, this is bad, but hopefully I enjoy the reaction, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.